reclaiming your power, the courage to choose yourself. Welcome to a journey of transformation, self-discovery, and unapologetic authenticity. Today, we're delving into the profound wisdom and inspiring story of Yanni Profit, a remarkable woman whose life exemplifies the power of choosing oneself and living with unwavering purpose. Yanni's journey isn't just a tale of personal triumph. It's a beacon of hope and a catalyst for change in a world that often asks us to dim our light. Imagine for a moment a life where you no longer compromise your essence for the comfort of others. A life where your decisions are guided by your inner truth rather than external expectations. This isn't just a dream, it's a reality that Yanni Profit has courageously embraced. And her story holds invaluable lessons for each of us. Yanni Profit is more than an entrepreneur. She's a visionary, a healer, and a testament to the transformative power of self-love. Her journey from a place of constant giving to a state of empowered living is nothing short of revolutionary. Through her businesses, Luxa, Legacy Experience, Empowered Elevation, and Shiro, and the Sisterhood Sanctuary, Yanni is reshaping narratives, empowering communities, and creating spaces for authentic growth and healing. But let's start at the beginning. Yanni's story, like many of ours, begins in a place of imbalance. For years, she poured herself into relationships, careers, and expectations that drained her essence. She was the friend always there for others, the employee going above and beyond the woman society expected her to be. Sound familiar? How many of us find ourselves trapped in this cycle of giving, constantly meeting others' needs while neglecting our own? Yanni shared with me her experience of investing time, love, and loyalty into relationships that offered little in return. She spoke of the exhaustion that comes from showing up for everyone else while losing sight of herself. This resonates deeply, doesn't it? We often find ourselves caught in a web of societal expectations, trying to fit into roles prescribed for us, all at the cost of our authentic selves. But here's the truth that Yanni's journey illuminates so powerfully. You are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to let go. You are allowed to choose yourself. These words might seem simple, but they carry the weight of liberation. They challenge the very core of how many of us have been conditioned to live our lives. Take a moment. Reflect on an area of your life where you might be compromising your authenticity. Is it a relationship that drains you, a job that stifles your creativity, a belief system you've outgrown? What fears arise when you consider making a change? Yanni's turning point came when she made the powerful decision to reclaim her power. This wasn't about making small adjustments, it was about fundamentally transforming her life. It was about recognizing when something no longer served her and choosing to walk away without guilt. Let's talk about letting go, because this is where many of us stumble. We hold on to relationships, jobs, and situations that no longer serve us out of fear, habit, or a misplaced sense of loyalty. Yanni had to learn the hard way that letting go is not a sign of weakness. It's one of the most powerful things you can do. She shared with me how she spent years nurturing relationships with people who didn't reciprocate her energy. Whether it was friends, family, or romantic partners, she found herself constantly giving, extending grace, showing up, only to be met with silence, inconsistency, and disregard. I want you to pause and think about your own relationships. Are you holding on to connections that drain rather than nourish you? Are you afraid to let go because you fear being alone? Yanni's experience teaches us that sometimes being alone is far better than being surrounded by people who don't value us. The decision to start protecting her energy wasn't easy for Yanni. There was grief in realizing that certain relationships were never what she thought they were. There was pain in recognizing that some people only wanted access to her when it benefited them. But the peace that followed, Yanni described it as worth every tear, every unanswered text, every moment of solitude. This part of Yanni's story challenges us to examine our own lives critically. Are we sacrificing our peace, our dreams, our authentic selves for the sake of maintaining relationships or situations that no longer serve us? But Yanni's journey of reclaiming her power didn't stop at relationships. She also had to confront societal expectations and the idea that she had to follow a traditional path to success. For a long time, she felt trapped in a cycle of expectations. Society tells us that we're supposed to get a stable job, work ourselves to exhaustion, and sacrifice our dreams for the sake of security. But Yanni dared to ask, security at what cost?
She spent years in a system that didn't value her, fighting battles that drained her emotionally and mentally. She watched as her skills, her leadership, and her vision were overlooked. And finally, she said enough. Walking away from a traditional job wasn't just about leaving a toxic work environment, it was about choosing herself. It was about realizing that she had everything she needed within her to build the life she desired. This part of Yanni's story is particularly powerful because it challenges our conventional notions of success and security. How many of us are staying in jobs or careers that don't fulfill us because we're afraid of the unknown? How many of us are sacrificing our mental and emotional well being for the sake of a steady paycheck? Yanni's decision to pour into her own business, to create opportunities instead of waiting for them, and to define success on her own terms is a testament to the power of self belief. It's a reminder that we have the ability to shape our own destinies, to create paths where none existed before. Now, let's talk about reinvention. Once Yanni let go of the things that were draining her, she had space to step into who she was meant to be. And let me tell you, there is immense power in allowing yourself to evolve. She shared with me how she built businesses that feed her purpose. Instead of waiting for someone else to give her a platform, she built her own. She created Luxy Legacy Experience, a luxury event planning business where she curates high end celebrations, retreats, and legacy experiences. Why? Because she believes that life's most important moments should be honored with elegance, intention, and meaning. She also founded Empowered Elevation, a ministry consulting firm where she helps churches assess their strengths, develop their mission, and create a lasting impact in their communities. This venture beautifully combines her faith with her strategic skills, showing us that our various passions and talents can coexist and create something truly meaningful. And then there's Shiro and the Sisterhood Sanctuary, a space for Black women to heal, bloom, and reclaim their power. Yanni created this because she knows firsthand how hard it is to navigate life's challenges alone. And she wanted to create a sanctuary where women can find support, wisdom, and growth. What strikes me about Yanni's reinvention is how it's not about changing who she was, but about stepping fully into who she was always meant to be. Her businesses are a reflection of her values, her experiences, and her desire to make a positive impact in the world. This teaches us that true reinvention isn't about becoming someone else, it's about becoming more authentically ourselves. Another powerful lesson from Yanni's journey is the importance of moving in silence and protecting one's vision. When she decided to make major changes in her life, whether it was business, relocation, or cutting ties with people, she stopped announcing her moves. She stopped seeking validation. Why? Because she learned a crucial truth. Not everyone deserves access to your energy. People will project their fears onto you. They will question your choices, not because they want what's best for you, but because your growth makes them uncomfortable. Yanni learned to trust her own voice above all else. This is a powerful reminder for all of us. How often do we seek approval from others before making decisions about our own lives? How often do we let other people's opinions sway us from our path? Yanni's approach teaches us to move differently, to keep our plans to ourselves, to take action in silence. It teaches us that we no longer need to explain ourselves to people who aren't contributing to our vision. Now, let's talk about healing and choosing peace over chaos. Yanni's journey reminds us that healing is not a straight path. Some days are heavy. Some days you second guess everything. But one thing Yanni knows for sure is that she will never go back to the version of herself who accepted less than she deserved. She shared with me how she prioritizes her mental and emotional health. She stopped engaging in relationships that brought her stress. She started honoring her body's need for rest, especially important given her health challenges with lupus and diabetes. She cut out anything that disturbed her peace. This part of Yanni's story is a powerful reminder that peace is non negotiable. If it doesn't bring her peace, she doesn't entertain it. If it drains her, she releases it. Period. How many of us can say the same? How many of us continue to engage in situations, relationships, or habits that disturb our peace because we're afraid of change or confrontation? Yanni's approach to peace is not passive, it's an active choice, a daily commitment to her well being. It's about recognizing that we have the power to curate our lives, to choose what and who we allow into our space. This is not selfishness, it's self preservation. It's about creating a life that nurtures us rather than depletes us. Another crucial aspect of Yanni's journey is her faith and her willingness to surrender to the unknown. She shared with me about a big leap of faith she's currently taking, preparing to relocate and start fresh in Florida. It's scary, it's unknown, but she trusts that this is the path she's meant to walk. This part of Yanni's story teaches us about the power of faith and trust in our journey. Sometimes we have to let go of what's comfortable to step into what's divine. Every major transformation in Yanni's life has come from taking a leap of faith, and she knows this next chapter will be no different. How many of us are holding on to situations, places, or relationships out of fear of the unknown? Yanni's journey challenges us to trust in our path, to have faith in our ability to handle whatever comes our way. It reminds us that growth often happens outside our comfort zone. As we near the end of our time together, I want to leave you with a powerful message that encapsulates the essence of what I learned from Yanni Profit. If you take nothing else from this talk, remember this: you are allowed to change, you are allowed to let go, you are allowed to choose yourself. Stop waiting for permission to create the life you want. Stop explaining your decisions to people who don't even value you. Stop holding on to things that are weighing you down. You deserve peace. You deserve alignment. You deserve joy. Yanni Prophet is living proof that you can start over, that you can rebuild, and that your power is in your hands. Her journey from a place of giving too much of herself to others to reclaiming her power and creating a life aligned with her true self is a testament to the transformative power of self-love and authenticity. So I challenge you today, take the leap, make the change, reclaim your power. Your future is waiting. Ask yourself, what in my life is no longer serving me? What relationships, situations, or beliefs am I holding on to out of fear or habit rather than genuine fulfillment? What would my life look like if I chose to prioritize my peace and well-being above all else? Remember, transformation isn't always comfortable. It often requires us to confront hard truths about ourselves and our lives. It might mean letting go of people or situations we've grown accustomed to. It might mean facing fears we've long avoided. But as Yanni's story shows us, the discomfort of change is far outweighed by the joy and fulfillment of living authentically. You have the power to rewrite your story. You have the strength to walk away from what no longer serves you. You have the courage to create a life that truly reflects your worth, your purpose, and your divine path. As you leave this talk today, I want you to carry with you the energy of possibility, the understanding that your life is yours to shape, the knowledge that you are worthy of love, respect, and fulfillment, not just from others, but most importantly from yourself. Yanni Prophet's journey is a powerful reminder that our greatest power lies in our ability to choose ourselves, to choose our peace, to choose our path. So I ask you, what will you choose today? What step will you take towards reclaiming your power? Remember, you don't need permission to change. You don't need to explain why you're leaving behind people or situations that no longer feel right. Your healing, your growth, and your freedom are reason enough. Now, I want to leave you with a call to action, a challenge that goes beyond mere inspiration and pushes you towards transformation. First, I challenge you to conduct a life audit. Take a deep, honest look at every aspect of your life, your relationships, your career, your daily habits, your beliefs. Identify what truly aligns with your authentic self and what doesn't. This isn't about judgment, it's about clarity. Second, make a commitment to yourself. Choose one area of your life where you've been compromising your authenticity and decide today that you will no longer accept less than you deserve. Whether it's setting boundaries in a relationship, pursuing a passion you've been putting off, or letting go of a situation that no longer serves you, take that first step. Third, create a personal manifesto. Write down your non negotiables, your values, and your vision for your life. Make this document your North Star, guiding your decisions and actions moving forward. Fourth, practice the art of saying no. Start small if you need to, but begin declining invitations, requests, or opportunities that don't align with your authentic self or contribute to your peace and growth. Fifth, cultivate a support system that empowers your growth. Seek out people who inspire you, who challenge you to be your best self, who celebrate your victories and support you through your struggles. Lastly, commit to daily acts of self-love and self-care. This isn't about indulgence. It's about honoring your worth and nurturing your spirit. It could be as simple as a few minutes of meditation, journaling, or engaging in an activity that brings you joy. Remember, reclaiming your power is not a one time event. It's a daily practice, a way of life. It's about consistently choosing yourself, honoring your truth, and creating a life that reflects your authentic self. As you leave here today, carry with you the courage of Yanni Profit. Let her story remind you that transformation is possible, that you have the strength within you to create the life you desire, and that your power is yours to reclaim. Your journey of reclaiming your power starts now. It starts with the choices you make today, tomorrow, and every day after. It starts with the courage to look within, to let go of what no longer serves you, and to step boldly into your authentic self. You are powerful beyond measure. You are worthy of a life that lights you up from within. You are capable of creating a legacy that inspires and uplifts others. So go forth, reclaim your power, and let your light shine brightly. The world is waiting for the authentic, empowered you. Thank you.